You are in Garden. In this video, we are going to talk about September 11 in the shadow of the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. In the 21st century, humans still have lots of problems in various fields. Climate change, pandemics, discrimination, and terrorism can be given as examples. We should understand that we need to be responsible for these subjects. As long as we ignore these problems, they will continue to exist. Maybe for a short time, you can avoid them, but one day you might have to face these problems. We are aware that all these problems cannot be completely resolved, but we can decrease the price we are going to pay. The world is shrinking. We understood it in the Cold War. Nuclear weapons have added a new dimension to war that one readers call double death, meaning that not only could individuals die, but under some circumstances, the whole human species could be threatened. And as September 11, 2001, terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in New York and the Pentagon illustrated, technology is putting into hands of non-state actors destructive powers that once were reserved solely for governments. As effects of distance shrink, conditions in remote, poor countries such as Afghanistan suddenly become highly relevant to people around the globe. So, in this context, let's answer what terrorism is. Under US law, it is premeditated, politically motivated violence against non-combatant targets by subnational groups. However, it can be difficult to reconcile the differing views when we talk about issues consist of conflicts. We all can agree on the definition of climate change, but when you ask the definition of terrorism, you will find different answers. As skeptics sometimes put it, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. Even there are some unclear points on the definition, we still don't want to digress with details, and we would like to propose a statement on this subject. As you can figure out, all these conflicts that happen in the world depends on different motivation. Almost every group, nation or state has its motivation and ethical arguments to justify its actions. However, we argue that there is no ethical concern beyond that. If your motivation led you to attack non-combatant targets like civilians, we call it terrorism.
Early on the morning of September 11, 2001, 19 hijackers took control of 4 commercial airlines: North Tower of the World Trade Center, South Tower of the World Trade Center, West Wall of Pentagon, and the field in Stony Creek Township near Shanksville are the crash sites. The attacks resulted in 2,977 fatalities, over 25,000 injuries, and substantial long-term health consequences. In addition to at least $10 billion infrastructure and property damage, it remains the deadliest terrorist attack in human history. The aftermath of 9/11 attacks resulted in immediate response to the event, including domestic reactions like hate crimes, discrimination, and racial profiling. Muslim American response to the event, interfaith efforts, and international response to the attack, besides military response to the event. There was a great sense of insecurity all over the world, especially in the United States. The invincible United States was defeated, and there was great fear in the whole society. As a result, conservatism, populism, and polarization were on the rise globally. This is exactly what is the purpose of terrorism. Statistically, a terrorist event causes less loss than a war, but the effects they create can be incredible due to methods they use. There is so much to talk, but we know that whatever we say won't change what happened on the morning of Tuesday, September 11. 20 years after this disaster, we would like to commemorate the losses and express what kind of lessons we should learn from all these experiences. Besides all we talked about, don't forget the 2,977 victims we lost on that day are the most important things. As remains, we still have hope, resilience, and unity. So for now, take care.